The number of diseases that can be prevented by vaccines is on the rise. This is because of a link that was made by certain scientists trying to explain the growing autism cases. They, in their findings, they found that there was a link between vaccines and autism. This link has been proven to be false. But they published work, and now the damage is done. Many parents are skeptical about vaccinating their children. After having a child myself, I decided to do research. After reading article after article uh, by scientists disproving that there was a link between vaccines and autism, I am certain that there is no link. I'm hoping to present the speech to you guys today, and to calm any doubts that you might have regarding vaccinating your children, and putting them at risk of acquiring autism from the vaccines. Um, Many parents who chose not to vaccinate their children is because they're misinformed. This is because of an article published in 1998 in the United Kingdom by Dr. Andrew Wakefield, who published an article in the medical journal The Lancet that linked the MMR vaccine to autism. In the U.S., something similar happened in which author David Kirby published a book indicating a link between the thimerosal, which is the mercury in vaccines, and autism. His book was supported by research by Mark and David Greer, which ended up with the anti-vaccine movement labeling autism as mercury poisoning. Both Wakefield and Greer's research has been proven false. Wakefield even lost his license because it was found that he had falsified parts of his article. And the article was then retracted by The Lancet. Parents not vaccinating all their children, they're putting their children and our children at risk. This is because when a child is not vaccinated, they're vulnerable to acquiring the disease. The disease can mutate in them and lead to vaccinated children getting sick because they're not immune to the mutated version of this disease. This also puts adults at risk too. When the children come home, they can pass on the diseases to their siblings or their parents, which can cause a big issue. I believe vaccines should remain mandatory for children entering public school, with the only exception being a medical condition. 48 states now allow that children may attend public school without vaccinations regarding a religious concern. 20 other states allow no vaccination if there is a philosophical concern by the parents on getting their children vaccinated. This is a health risk. It can become a huge issue if it is not treated. Just a few children not getting vaccinated could infect an entire school. And I believe if it's a health concern, this should be a mandatory requirement. If a parent doesn't want to vaccinate their children, I believe they should have a one-on-one conversation with an expert who can explain to them the risks and rewards of having their children vaccinated and what can happen if they do not, which diseases they can acquire by not being vaccinated. If the parents still do not change their mind, I do not believe their children should be allowed to attend public school. They can, like I said previously, they can cause an outbreak, which many people can get sick. Usually, this is the concern of first world parents who have not seen the disease and the consequences. Many of these diseases can be fatal, and parents undermine them because they think they haven't witnessed them firsthand, so they don't know how dangerous they can be. I'm hoping with my solution that parents have a one-on-one conversation with an expert. They have the correct information to decide whether they still want to continue and not get their children vaccinated. And the expert can also help ease any concerns that the parent might have about vaccinations. I want to make sure all children get vaccinated, not just mine, but yours and all your friends, all my friends. and I believe this is the best thing for everyone as a society. Thank you for your time.